Well, with the revelation of a certain Yamazaki injury, I am very much going to be keeping my eye on what's going on with this team. There is a chance of a nuke coming up in my near future to get rid of Rocchio, Meade, Chirrillo, Austin Jordan, and trying to cash out on some of these guys now before it's too late. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, the draft is coming up, and we'll see what happens from there. But that is very, very rough news for me. Enrique Angelis to bring him back after a little bit of time in favor of first baseman Mario Acevedo. To be honest, I will do that because Acevedo's never going to make it. So, hey, I made a trade finally. It happened. Enrique Angelis, come on back to your home away from home, the Deep Blue Sea. The Deep Blue Sea. The 2035 draft. How the hell are we here? I don't even know. The Mermen have the 5th overall pick. Chats Athletics at pick number 26. The Boston Red Sox kick off the draft, and they select right fielder Mark Rosas, who, yeah, it does look like he could be pretty damn good. It was Texas, 2nd overall. They pick up Bobby Peralta, the 44th ranked player in this draft. Bit of a reach for Texas. And Houston at 3 take Garrett Zietlow, that Canadian closer. Wow. You don't often see someone go off the board that early as a closer, but there you go. Again, Rosas, my scouts adored him. Guaranteed A. Your scouts adored him. And they also love Zietlow. So, Wheels, what's going on? Cedeno's off the board, so the Mermen are up. Odds are for me, it is William Chung. If it is not William Chung, it is Raymond Reyes. Tina Castilla is unavailable to me. Agustin Oliveros. Well, I'll make this quick and easy. I'm taking the Taiwanese closer, William Chung, who, not projected to be drafted. My scouts like him a 5. I will trust my scouts. There you go. Going to be on a plane during the eclipse tomorrow. That will be a very interesting. I imagine there's a lot of people that would have booked flights to experience that from the air. So fair enough. For chat, way down at number 26, the closer, Steve Crowell, who you drafted last year and who had no desire to sign with you, is there. 79 to 95. There's also 85 to 95 closer John Cozart. 79 to 95 closer Kyle Villegas. 77 to 89 closer Eric Favre. And from there, it gets to be best guess territory, or the shortstop Justin Abe, or Justin Abe, perhaps. I mean, he is American. 82 to 99, you don't know too much else about him from there. Second baseman Raymond Reyes is unavailable to you. Starter Eric Bond, 76 to 95. And 74 to 90 reliever Kenny Carpenter. Mills, what's going on? So in terms of best player available, I mean, you got one position player and old Justin Abe. The top dog left. Projected top 5 was Steve Crowell. However, super low interest. He didn't sign with you last year, and it's very unlikely he'd sign with you this year. So from there, it's Cozart, 85 to 95. Villegas, 79 to 95. These two were both projected to be first-round picks. Cozart has the most interest. And Cozart seems to be the pick going once for John Cozart. Couple of shouts for Justin Abe. The Abe, which again, a lot more high risk, high reward for Justin, who might be available in the second round. But Cozart's going to get the win. Chat goes for the closer, Justin Cozart. We both have competitive balance round A picks. Raymond Reyes was selected 1 pick before I could get him. I mean, he was a C or a B. I'm not too worried. Who do I have available to me here? Dino Casillas not available. Anthony Burke's not available. Not available. Not available. Jesus Christ. Oh, Clint Fuentes, right fielder. Daisuke Ishii. Daisuke could be pretty damn good. Jackie Combs out of Venezuela. Ernesto Ruiz. Abe Pennington. Pretty much just going to get my list sorted here because I'm not going to have time to do it later on. What else do we got? Henry Cortez out of Cuba. William Kim. Clint Sierra. Why crash? What happened? Peter Walker. I haven't been paying attention. James C. Santos. Tadahito Nakamura. I thought it was Tadasuke. Richard Who. Everything he said, I replayed my head as Donald Trump, and it worked. Fair enough. Fair enough, Crashy. Fair enough. How many more dudes? Joe Malone. Oh, poor Joe Malone. Rufus Bart. What a name. My grandmother had a dog named Rufus. He was the best. Let's see. Geronimo Castaneda. Got James Chen. It was the biggest WrestleMania of all time. The biggest. So let's see. For me, it's either Clint Fuentes, Daisuke Ishii, Jackie Combs. Jackie Combs is a great name. I feel like it's got to be Fuentes. The overall could be super low, though. When's my next pick after this? 43? Yeah. Clint Fuentes out of Colombia is my pick. Welcome in, Clint. And for chat, unfortunately, your shortstop is gone. So you're at 79 to 95 for the close. Dude, this guy was projected top 10, and he's still on the board. I know it's another closer, but is there any disagreement on a guy who was projected top 10 and is still there for you at pick number 38? Do we even need to debate this? Your scouts viewed him as top 10 worthy. It is true his interest is low at 31, but man, it's a second round pick. He's probably worth it. Because otherwise you're looking at Waters, Villarreal. I mean, all these guys are super high risk, high reward. There's Carpenter, who's a 74 to a 90, who does have more interest. But yeah, if you don't take this guy, you're just going best guess based off position of need right now. Just take him. All right, Kyle Villegas. Could be a fucking steal of a pick to keep that bullpen strong. Let's see, for me, next pick after this is not until 80. It's Daisuke Ishii, who could have, I mean, he does have ungodly velocity out of the gates. That's interesting. It's Jackie Combs, whose ceiling might be a little bit higher, but wasn't projected to be drafted. I could get him later. Ruiz. There's no doubt. Daisuke, welcome in. A starting pitcher named Daisuke could never let down a Boston Red Sox fan. So, you know. We'll be all right. We will be all right. For chat, coming up, pick number 61. Nobody that you have locked in information on, except for shortstop Alfredo Silva. 21 years old, 80 to a 97. High risk, high reward for the overall. I mean, Silva might be worth the risk. He might be. You guys did need a shortstop. He would address the need. Aside from that, shout out to Chad, by the way, for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. Paul Woodson at catcher, but you didn't need catcher as much. 80 to 99. Or another shortstop, Andre Doe. Reliever Juan Chavez. Going once, though, on Alfredo Silva. Going once on the Silva. Could be slightly better. Silva's the pick. see, nothing there, nothing there. So we are off to the third round. Let's see, for me, Jackie Combs is still there. Got Ruiz, William Kim. I'm not too worried about Kim, so it's either Ruiz or Combs. Now's the time for me to take Jackie Combs as a starter. Chat's up next to pick number 100. The other shortstop, by the way, Andre Doe, is still there. I mean, 82 to 98. He might very well be worth the risk. Shortstop, Joaquin Tejeda, 71 to a 93. 65 to 99 for Muhammad Paquette. 75-99 for second baseman Quincy Mora. 77-98 for Guillermo Serrano. 76-98 for Clint Sierra, but he is unavailable to you guys. Connie Mitre at catcher. 86-98 for center fielder Giovanni Snow. What do you guys think? A shout for Andre Doe? What do you go for here? Going once for Andre Doe. Andre Do-Re-Mi. Shout for Snow, shout for Serrano, but Doe is going to win it. Doe gets the win. Off to the next round. Pick number 110. Ruiz is still there for me. So is Clint Sierra. Now is the time for me to take Clint Sierra and then hope that Ruiz is still there later on. Right? Pick number 110. Yeah, if I miss out on James C., I mean, I'm going after Ruiz. So. Clint Sierra, welcome to the deep. For Chad at 130. A couple of long shots, more long shots. More long shots. 76-98, Spencer Aquino. I feel like you guys drafted him last year. 76-98, center fielder Joaquin Garcia. Anybody else with that kind of potential range? It certainly doesn't look like it. Yeah, 74-99, Andreas Rosas. What do you guys think? What do you think? What do you think? Who's the one in terms of the best available at this stage? Shouts for Garcia. Garcia's going to get the win here. We're off to round number 5. Eddie Ruiz is still there. Not too worried about Nakamura. Let's go for the reliever, Eddie Ruiz. Chat's up next to 160. Aquino, Rosas are still there as the best dudes left in terms of potential. Your biggest needs, again, first base. There's nobody left. You already took shortstops this year. It's down to these two. Shortstop was the higher need over catcher. Catcher was in the middle. Aquino at 76-98, 20 years old, or Rosas 74-99 at 20 years old. Aquino gets a vote. Spencer Aquino. Looks like Spencer probably going to win this bad boy. Couple late votes for Rosas. Aquino ahead by 1. 15 seconds. It's even between the two of them. It's even. Aquino's going to be ahead, though, on first mentioned tiebreaker. Aquino ahead. Spencer wins. Off to round 6 for me. It's down to 3. All 3 of them are pretty shit. So it really doesn't matter. Go for Hector Tavares at shortstop, I guess. Welcome in, Hector. And for chat, Rosas is still available, so there you go. Quick and easy. We drafted 3 shortstops. Hey, you needed the depth there. So, if there was ever a year to draft 3 shortstops, this was probably the year to do it, if we're being honest. Gotta take those best available. Home run derby at Dodger Stadium. Owen Casey leading the majors. 34 home runs this year. Top of the board. See if he gets the win. And he did not. He did not. Let's take a look at who the All-Stars were this year. Jim David's up there for Baltimore in the American League, but so is his replacement in a way, Avi England. Shout out to Paul Skeens, by the way, who's 32 years old in this reality. Jesus Christ, how haven't either of us won yet? Let's see, in terms of relievers, Boris Hatfield is there yet again. And yeah, Jim David's the 99. Let's see, did you guys have anybody else? Wyatt Langford there. Sedane Rafaela is there. As is Owen Casey, no surprise. He's had a phenomenal season so far. A couple of All-Stars for chat this year. In the National League, Austin Jordan is going to be there as the NL starter for the Mermen. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. In terms of relievers, whoops. Nobody up there for relievers. Nobody up there. Am I going to have anybody else? Do not cut my life into pieces. No other All-Stars for me, though. It's a bit rough. In terms of signing draft picks, let's see what we got. John Cosart was the first pick. Come on, Avalanche. Who doesn't love the Avs? Show Avs streamer. All right. Fredo Silva has signed. Andre Doe has signed. Keno is still going to have to be worked on. So obviously Viegas is going to have to stay in that top spot for a while. Let's see. For me, the 5th overall pick, William Chung has signed. Clint Fuentes can't work on yet. Ishii can't work on yet. Jackie Combs has signed. Then we got some other dudes to work on for a bit. Let's go for the round 4 pick. Clint Sierra declines that initial offer. I don't think I like you, Clint. I don't think I do. Never trust a man named Clint. Mr. Fuentes, 242 is fair value. There we go, Mr. Fuentes. I drafted multiple Clints when I say don't trust anybody named Clint. Sierra signs. And down to the final 2 that need a lot of interest built up. Good to know. For chat, Johnny Cosart declines. Well, it'll be a bit of a slow go for chat. Let's see, John Cosart. 2 Clints cancel each other out. Ah, yes. Cosart signs. Spencer Aquino declines. You have Joaquin Garcia, who also declines. What a dickhead. But there you go. Daisuke declines. What a dickhead. Leave it at that. 3.5 back for the division. 3.5 back for the wild card. I don't think I'm going to be able to sell at the deadline. I don't think that fire sale is going to happen for me. I can't trade for Hunter Brown. He's not eligible for my team. If Atlantis was /in the Strait of Gibraltar, water between Spain and Morocco. No wonder why players don't want to go there. It's a lot of travel. Was or is. Okay. Sure. It would be a lot of travel taps. You're correct. And probably taking things a bit too seriously, but you're correct. Let's see. Garcia has declined again. Spencer has signed. Last dude is Andreas Rosas. He's 6th round pick, so we'll see what happens here. Still building up interest on these guys. But we are looking better this year than we were last year, both of us. Chip Gill as a reliever. You really don't need him. I mean, your bullpen's already good. I mean, if you're going to give up a good prospect, you know, you need a little bit more back than Chip Gill. Mermen get a trade offer. Ronald Valenzuela from Puerto Rico. Can't trade for him. Mermen closing in on that division title, perhaps. Let's see for chat. Joaquin Garcia. Declines again. What a dickhead. Just sign. Merman Junior Burger. I prefer a adult sandwich. Nick Sandlin, can't trade for him either. Do have to ow. Razor, thank you. Christ, that hurt. You ever sneeze and it feels like your eye is just gonna go poof, and you blow out your back? No, but I'll blow out yours. All right, signing draft picks. Joaquin Garcia. Vancouver, how'd you do that? You can relocate teams. There you go. Joaquin finally signs. Still got to wait for the other two. Taps, calm down. Let's see. Eddie Ruiz. Yeah, in the offseason, you can relocate teams, or at the very start, you can create a new team and then just have them take over for an existing club. But yeah, chat relocated the A's, obviously, to Vancouver. And yes, this is franchise mode. You guys get a trade offer. Carlos Sosa, pretty mid reliever for Andy Navoa, who at least had an 8 potential. Again, not worth it. Merman, Carlos Sosa. I don't want him. Can't get him anyway. So still nothing you guys can do there. And for me, Eddie Ruiz was the final one. Pay him a boatload of money and welcome in Edwards. So I get my entire class this year, thankfully. You guys get a trade offer. Mason Montgomery doesn't fit the bill. You got better relievers than him already in AAA. Trade deadline day. The A's at a phenomenal 71-37. The Mermen atop the division because of a game at hand on the Nats. I can't blow my team up when there's a chance we could make the playoffs. I can't do it. Can't do it. Comstock's crushing it now at this point. How's Fernando Rodriguez doing? He's doing great. I mean, Reyes. Okay, obviously Rengifo's cooked. Curtis Mead's even doing well. How's Brian doing? Rocchio's looking kind of cooked, but he's still a good defender. Yamazaki's still out 5 to 6 months with that torn labrum. Yeah, it's just I gotta keep it going. I gotta keep it going. No choice. I get a trade offer from the Red Sox reliever George Soriano, who is unavailable to me anyway. And that's that. Deadline day in terms of signing draft picks. I have all of my picks signed. For chat, you are down to Rosas and Villegas. Obviously, we'll go all in on Kyle Villegas, who you took 38th overall. And he does sign at the death. You don't have a closer rejected for the second year in a row. However, the 6th round catcher, Andreas Rosas, does decline to sign due to a lack of funds at that point. So, not the end of the world. Let's take a look at chat's picks here and see how you did. Yeah, Cosart's good. 71 overall at 22. Oh my God. A potential for him. Kyle Villegas, 20 years old, 67 overall, A potential. Two great relievers. Alfredo Silva, the overall's a bit low at 21, but he does have a high B. That's not bad. Andre Doe, overall's a bit low at 21, but he does have an A. Joaquin Garcia, overall's low at 21, but he's got a good potential. Spencer Aquino, overall's low at 20, but he has an A potential. So a lot of long-term projects and two more really good relievers makes for a damn good draft class for chat. Seattle, oh God, I know that guy's a 73, but still, Aaron Anaya is fine. He's a good player. Texas, Bobby Peralta, the second overall pick. That's a good pick. They went off the board for him, but he was good. He also ended up with Muhammad Paquette. Overall's a bit low, but not bad. Atlanta, Felipe Cordero's a good pick. They didn't get much else aside from Cordero, though. The Merman, William Chung, 19 years old, 60 overall, 96 potential. I like it. Clint Fuentes, 48 overall at 19. That's not great. Daisuke, great overall at a great age, but unfortunately only a D potential will ruin him. Jackie Combs is okay for a C potential. Clint Sierra, 57 at 28. Potential's not bad. Eddie Ruiz, it's fine. And Tavares, it's fine. Not a crazy draft for me, but given it looked like I wasn't going to have much available, it's not too bad. The Mets, great pick with Bernardo Cedeno. They also get Quincy Mora, big time project, and Joey Ellis project. Meaning young but low overall. Philly fails to sign their top two picks. They do end up with a great pick, though, in Chris Valencia. But that was it. Dwayne Kelly. And on DZ, don't worry, I noticed the William Hung reference. I made one last night, too, because I think he was in last year's draft. Dwayne Kelly is fine. And Tom Pineda, good. Austin Botts is an 80 overall out of the gates with a C potential. That's insane. And then Juan Chavez at a 50. It sucks for them that guy's a C potential. Tadahito Nakamura from Wisconsin. He was from Japan, damn it. Steve Weston, he's okay. Overall's a little bit low. Connell, good pick. Serrano's overall's a bit low. Cincy, Thomas Cardona, good pick. And that was all that they got. Shout out to D'Angelo Fortune with a 52 for a potential. Milwaukee with Peter Ham, good pick. Dave Foster, good pick. Tom Gunn, good pick for a C. Marcellus Watson project. Manny Cardenas is a phenomenal pick. Diego Rodriguez is also a great pick. Milwaukee did really well. Pittsburgh, nothing. Nothing going on in Pittsburgh. St. Louis, not much. Mark Jones is a good overall, but is a C potential. Arizona, Tom Bridges, good pick. Their only good pick. Colorado, a whole bunch of nothing. Whole bunch of nothing. Dodgers, Victor Esquivel. Solid pick. Pennington wasn't that good. San Diego, Manuel Crespo. Good pick. That's about it. We both had good drafts, judging by these other classes. San Fran, Dave Eddy, overall is a bit low at his age. Rick Thorpe's a good project. Giovanni Snow's overall is low for his age, even with a good potential. Baltimore, nope. Just a big old nope for Baltimore. Boston with Mark Rosas, the first overall pick. And yeah, he's very, very good. They didn't get much else, but yeah, he's good. The Yankees with Justin Abe. I mean, you did get a good player by not taking Justin Abe, but still, he wouldn't have been bad either. 63 at 21, A potential. Good pick for the Yankees. Tampa, Alan Bennett. Great pick. Eric Favre. Great pick. Just don't defraud the state of Mississippi. Blue Jays. Terrible draft. Jesus Christ. Everyone's right. Actually, the Blue Jays do suck. They are trash. They're just terrible. There you go. Absolutely terrible. You nailed it. You nailed it, everybody. You nailed it. Allegedly. Fuck allegedly. Brett Favre's a scumbag. Let's call a spade here. Fuck Brett Favre, okay? That man could throw a football. And he threw the football more times to the other team than anybody, right? I think Brady might have passed him. You don't want to get sued. If Brett Favre, come for me, fucker. Let's go. Sue me, Brett Favre. I'll give you everything I have. You can have my prized Contigo water bottle. It's made numerous trips to Finland and Canada. You can have this chair that my wife sits in when she hangs out in the office with me. You can have the controller cock rings for extra added precision. There's this deodorant that I got in Finland. It's fucking weird because it's like a ball, and like the deodorant's under the ball, and it rolls onto the ball, and it feels awkward. You could have this card I got from my grandmother for my birthday. It's very nice. Shout out to my Nana. Love her very much. And I got a $20 bill that was in the card that I totally forgot about. Let me put that in my wallet that you can then also have. There we go. Perfect. See, kids, sometimes you can joke about getting sued by Brett Favre and you find money. Brett Favre's the real tooth fairy. Ah, damn it. Roll-on deodorant's still very normal. Is it, Frank? Is it? Is it? I don't know who the hell Raging Tater is, but congratulations. Yeah, here, Brett. Let me give that 20 to a native Mississippian or whatever the fuck they call themselves, and then you can take it from them. You'll feel right at home, dickhead. Anyway. Anyway, you ever just yell at old white men at 1 a.m? All right. Looks like there were no other generational options in the draft. There were some good picks, but nothing too crazy. Chat did have a hell of a draft, though. We'll give them that. We will definitely give them that. So again, our two teams are in a pretty good situation here. We do have to start talking about, and Frank, this is what that draft class looked like really quickly. A lot of lower overall guys that do have a chance to develop. We do need to talk about the future a little bit in case this season does not end tonight. Jim Lyon, who I mean is shaping up to be your backup catcher. You get to sign him for dirt cheap. Maybe not as dirt cheap, but still dirt cheap. David Tulabitz as well can just be signed for dirt cheap as a depth option. Luis Toribio. He's the interesting one because right now he is your best first baseman. Wants $3 million. He's still doing okay. Joe, I mean, it's still good for what it is, but yeah, there hasn't been a ton added to it over the years. I will agree with that statement. I can still enjoy it for what it is. It's kind of like Madden franchise. What it could be is amazing. For what it is, it's fine. You could wait to see how far Toribio drops for the end of this year. Robert Sposato, that's the big one. That's the big one. And if you want to just sign him now, I totally understand, but there's no way you're letting go of Robert Sposato. I know that. So do we want to talk about this now or in the offseason? Warner Sanchez is the backup. Man, you're going to get to sign this guy for dirt cheap for a year, too. Because he's got the renewable deal for 1 year. Add a few years, maybe we can work something out. I mean, buddy, you don't have a choice. Then Ceddanne Rafaela's deal is up at the end of the year. Yeah, I think for some of these deals, we're just going to have to wait for you guys. We're going to have to wait. There's some arbitration deals to work out. You guys are going to have some money to spend in the offseason. If we blow it up, maybe we can see what we get for him. That's true. You won't have the money to sign everybody here, though. Like even the Avi, well, actually, Avi England you can get for 3 years at $3.4 million. That's insane. You might have to wait until the offseason to sign him to that arbitration offer. Yeah, so you're gonna have to go to arbitration with Avi England, but you're gonna get him for a steal. Again, Rafaela's deal is up. Gamble, $4 million. Probably go through arbitration with him too. If you wanted to sign Sposato now, you could. The typical deal that you guys offer him, or that you guys offer players, will look something like that. $18 million a year. 7 years, club option on the last year. You could front load it, back load it, whatever the hell you wanted. You do have more money than what it's showing in the bottom left as well, because again, certain contracts come off the books and everything. If you guys wanted to go for that Sposato deal, you could do it. Just to get it done and over with. You could. Chat, what do you think? Do you wait for the Sposato deal? Or do you go for it now? Goodness. Kick the can down the road. Backload. No matter what, he's worth it. You could backload it. It's true. All right. Sposato is back. The rest of the deals will have to wait. For myself here, Comstock is probably going to have to go to arbitration is my guess. No, maybe not. Comstock, $3 million. That's a lovely deal. Robert Oka can keep you around for another year. Tommy Tran, keep you around for a while. William Suzuki, yeah, you're not getting that much money, Chief. There's no way. Not at a D potential, hate to tell you. Curtis Mead, I don't know if I'm bringing you back. I'm going to wait to see what you look like at the end of the year. Same for Brian Rocchio. Sam Valet. We can go renewable deal, just over $1 million. For the pitchers, we'll talk later. Orozco needs his big money deal this year. Yeah, I'm going to wait for the rest of them in the offseason. It's pretty straightforward. So we are good to move on. Both of our teams currently in first, although my boys are holding on to that top spot by a thread. And this month is not starting off too hot, but we are still ahead of the Braves. I'm going to take a look at my roster here really quickly. So again, Comstock, he's up to a 90. He's been great. Hernandez is going to have to be a September call-up. Probably. He's crushing it down in AAA. Well, maybe not crushing it, but he is doing very well. Fernando Rodriguez has been great this year. Tommy Tran has still had just 5 at-bats. I don't really think there's too much I can do with this team. Yamazaki, again, still out for 5 to 6 months. Just devastating. Sam Valley has been terrible at the plate this year. Molina batting .255 down in AAA. Big shout out to Sid, my favorite trash panda. Sid, what's going on, buddy? How'd the stream go? Richie Molina's getting called up. Luke Gehringer is getting called up. And Sam Valley's going down to AAA. Sid, I hope the stream went well, my man. It's good to see you as always. I don't think there's anybody else I have to send down. Oh, good. Charles Orozco broke his hand. Sweet Jesus, the injuries. Albert Guerrero has been terrible. Brought back on for a few after Mania. Fair enough. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't watch a second of it, but I hope you enjoyed it. I'm doing good, though, man. No complaints. You know, Pena, we can bring you back. Guerrero was shit. Yeah, Sid, hey, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the injury bug this year. We really did. Oh, boy. I'm just going to send Wilmer Flores down and try to find... Michael Tan can come back. Weird situations for my team this year. Very, very weird. See if those moves help at all. But Guerrero cleared waivers, which is nuts. I mean, high 70s, low 80s player. Hopefully it didn't send somebody down that I wanted. Merman, half a game back of the Nats. The A's have pretty much already clinched the division. Decided beforehand to play with injuries on. Yes. Yeah. Adds to the drama, you know? Adds to the drama. I feel like I got ran over by a truck. Didn't you say it was leg pain? Maybe you did. Maybe you did get hit by a truck. All right, for you guys here, let's see. Ramon Ramirez, doing pretty well. Maybe Tyrone Ray would have been the better option to keep. I mean, he is a good defensive catcher, though. Toribio hasn't been amazing. Hasn't been amazing. Let's see. Jesus wheels. Gary Mullins fine as a backup first option. Aiden Miller, Wolf. Casey Wolf actually hasn't had a single at bat this year. That's crazy. Posado and Sanchez. Guanipa. Jones, Rafaela, Casey. I think you guys are pretty much good to go. You can call up Silva again. Call up a pitcher. And then that roster's looking good. I mean, there might be some pitchers that aren't doing particularly well. That doesn't really look like the case. Well, except for Juan Baroa, but he's been a long reliever, and I know you wouldn't use him in the playoffs anyway. So let's see. AAA, Munoz, Dominic Hughes. You go with Munoz, I guess. There you go. And in Class A, there's nobody down there. AAA, that's not good. Double A. Call up Gerald Flores. Hopefully that's enough players that September call-ups will be fine. And then for me, Yamazaki and Orozco. Both with major injuries. I fucking hate it here. Jared Hayes can get the call up to come back, and hopefully he won't absolutely suck for the rest of the season. Albert Guerrero or Sam Valley. Sam Valley crushed it down in AAA. Let's see if that can help him figure it out. All right, let's see. I mean, I want to find out right now what is the deal in terms of playoffs for our two teams. Atlantis at 73 and 68, a game and a half back of the Nationals, half a game out of the wild card because the Brewers have a game at hand. The A's are going to clinch a playoff spot this week. Pretty much a guarantee. There it is. The A's are going back to the playoffs again. And if I didn't like the song, it wouldn't be on my playlist. I just didn't want to listen to it right now. Mermen, 2.5 back. Still half a game back in the wild card. Not the best run for the Mermen. Somebody else also got hurt. Who the hell got hurt now? Everybody. Everybody dead. oh my God. Everybody died. Jesus. Where were you when mermen were kill? Fucking Christ. Ocean liner hit Atlantis. 1.5 back of the Nats in a freaking ridiculous tie for the wild card. And again, the A's, I mean, you guys have pretty much clinched the best record in the league at this rate. Not mathematically, but it's close. All right, I got somebody back from injury. Chang, Rengifo, both suck. Alvarado has plummeted. Anthony Chow, I'd have to put you through waivers. And you know what? If I lose you, I lose you. That's fine. 1.5 back of the Nats in the wild card mix. Looking to make the playoffs for just the second time. And then we lost 3 out of 4 to the Mets. Fuck. 2 games back now. And 1.5 out of the wild. Oh, no. Oh, the Mets may have just ended my season. You guys have clinched the best record in the league. 2 games against Washington. We won them both. 3 games. Oh, my God. Well, this is going to be an interesting end to the season.